Welcome back. We have the littlest Alabamian, a South Alabama president, and that third grade reading requirement. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Curtis Means was the littlest Alabamian when he came into this world on July 5th, 2020. And it didn't take him long to become a world record holder. The Associated Press reports that Guinness World Records has certified Curtis as the world's most premature baby that has survived. He was born after his mom, Michelle Butler of Eutaw, Alabama, went into labor at only 21 weeks and 1 day of gestation. Now remember that 40 weeks is about an average full term, so you're really just getting started at 21 weeks. Curtis had a twin sister who didn't make it. The UAB attending physician, Dr. Brian Sims, said that Curtis had virtually no statistical chance either. But Curtis would not be hamstrung by statistics. He was 132 days premature and weighed 14.8 ounces at birth. He spent 275 days in the hospital, and therapists worked with him so he could use his mouth and eat. Now, to get the record, Curtis beat out the previous record holder by just 1 day. That baby was born in Wisconsin just a month before Curtis was born in Alabama. Dr. Sims said, quote, "We do not know what all the future will hold for Curtis since there is no one else like him. He started writing his own story the day he was born. That story will be read and studied by many and hopefully will help improve care of premature infants around the world." The University of South Alabama Board of Trustees voted to make Joe Bonner the university's fourth president, reports AL.com's Lawrence Becker. Bonner is a former U.S. congressman and Alabama Governor Kay Ivey's chief of staff. The trustees approved Bonner by an 11-2 vote, and he's expected to officially take the job after the first of the year. South Alabama was open to candidates who didn't have a doctorate degree, which Bonner doesn't have. Bonner does have experience as vice chancellor for the University of Alabama system, and he certainly has connections in politics. Board Chair Pro Tem Jimmy Schumacher, quote, "One of the things he doesn't have to do is go introduce himself to the mayor or go introduce himself to people around the community or in the state, or quite frankly in Washington. If he needs to have a meeting in Washington, he can go up there and get an audience." Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has joined those who would like to postpone that third grade reading requirement part of the Alabama Literacy Act, reports AL.com's Tricia Powell-Crane. Now that requirement says that third graders have to be reading at grade level according to certain benchmarks in order to move on to fourth grade. The Literacy Act became law in 2019, and this year's third graders were the first to face that reading requirement. Schools, however, have obviously had a few unexpected challenges since 2019, and some lawmakers are already talking about postponing the requirement for 2 years. Ivey told the State Board of Education this week that she'd ask lawmakers for a 1-year delay while more data and test scores are gathered. Literacy Act sponsor State Representative Terry Collins says she agrees with the governor on a 1-year delay. State Superintendent Eric Mackey also has recommended a 1-year delay, and he said the efforts to get the students where they need to be aren't stopping. Quote, "There will be no taking the foot off the gas." Thank y'all so much for listening. It's Veterans Day, and I wanted to say that we certainly do appreciate the work and sacrifice made by men and women in uniform over the past nearly 250 years. To the son of a Marine and the son of a Marine who's been able to spend a career working in a free press, it's been clear how much the things I do depend on the national security that's provided by American veterans. We're also proud to mention that the nation's oldest Veterans Day parade will take place this afternoon in Birmingham from around 1:30 to 4:30. Now that's a live, in-person parade as opposed to last year's virtual version. We'll be back here tomorrow, and it'll be Friday, so we got that going for us. Until then, y'all come on by and see us on the internet at al.com.